Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. Now, here's the deal, guys. I have never heard of this knife company in my life. That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean a thing. But I regret not hearing about them because if their other knives are anywhere near this knife, I'm going to be doing a lot more from them. I'm just telling you. And what I needed, like a hole in the head, is another knife company I love. But if I'm just basing it off one knife, and we don't typically do this, but the damn knife is that good. This knife is that good. I'm just telling you it is. It was sent to me by Timbo437, who is an awesome dude and a brother in the blade. Now listen real quick. Let me break away from the knife. Timbo437, JR, and Michael Emler have all sent me knives. I've had all of them too long. So the next 2 weeks, we're rotating. One day will be Timbo437, one day will be JR, one day will be Emler, until I get through them all, and we're going to run through them. Now, this is the Mustang, a very good knife company. I don't know how much Timbo uses this knife. And I say that because that Kydex sheath, son, it takes a pry bar to get this sumbitch out. So I'm thinking maybe he hadn't used it a ton, but it's tight. It feels good. You ain't got to worry about that sumbitch slipping out. All right. One thing I would like to see different on the Kydex sheath. I like a Kydex sheath. I live in Florida. They do me good. Okay. I like leather, but practicality today was 96 degrees with 85% humidity. We've always got that high humidity. So Kydex for me is typically what I prefer to carry my EDCs in. This would definitely, if I own this knife, I'm being 100% honest with you, this would be in my pocket every single day. It's that good. The one thing I would like to see different on the sheath is a bigger thumb round. That's it, okay? Just something a little extra to push on. They have a thumb ramp on there. I just feel like it's a little small. Then again, I'm old. I got busted up hands. This knife I want to jump straight into because I adore it. Can you tell? I try to approach every knife review with the same amount of energy. I can do that for one simple reason. The goal, the shtick of this channel is to take a knife and see how easy it is to use. I'm not a knife designer. I don't pretend to be. I don't play one on YouTube. I play with knives every day of my life, and I love it. So what I do is I take the knife and we cut a bunch of shit. There's nothing scientific. I say it all the time. If you've watched one video of mine, you just plug in another knife and you watch another. It's the same. We keep it that way, the redundancy. That way, if you want to compare knives, you can. Typically, I don't. I focus on the company I'm dealing with as if it was the only knife company on the planet. And if this was the only knife company on the planet, I would be okay. I am super high on this knife. It came razor sharp. It is comfortable in hand. And let's talk all about it. Now, the name of the model of the knife is the Mustang. The company is a very good knife company. Now, I'm not sure which version Timbo has. They come in two different steels, ADCRV2 and Nitro V. This one is hollow ground. It is 0.165 inches thick or 4 millimeters thick on the blade stock. The overall length is 7 3/4. The blade length is 3 3/4. The cutting edge is 3 3/8. The blade width is 1 inch. The handle length is 4 inches. The handle width is anywhere from 17 millimeters to 25 millimeters. That means it contours to your hand. The inner grip is 3 3/4. Now, it is a smaller handle. I need to say that. But listen, the weight on this knife is 5.2 ounces. This is a knife, though, that hits way above its weight. It has micarta handle scales. I believe they have several options that you can order in. It is an amazing knife. It has a 90-degree spine. I love the clip point. I love the sharpness. I love everything about it. Now this video is almost 12 minutes long, and 3/4, actually 99%, is me cutting shit. This is a knife I could have very easily, gotten lost in, and almost did. Now, you may hear some noises in the background. My guy Shane helped me out with some different camera angles and things like that. The one thing I want you to focus on throughout this video is the damn sliciness. We'll do something, we'll baton, we'll cut some extension cord, we'll cut sandblast hose. That pipe you keep seeing, guys, if you're new here, is reinforced sandblast hose. We cut all that, and then we come back to the ratchet strap. We're using that as a barometer, or we'll cut rope. We cut as many different mediums as we can find. Why? Couple of reasons. If a knife's sharp, it's sharp, right? We can tell that right out of the box. The whole goal is to show a knife function. That's all I do. I don't do long-term reviews. I don't do comparisons. So if I pull the knife out and it's sharp, it's sharp. But we cut all the different mediums to see how long the edge will hold up, to see how many different hand positions we need. Are they all comfortable? Are there any hot spots? Now, the only drawback that I found on this knife is that 3 3/4 inch inner grip. I would like to see this handle about a 1/2 inch longer. Well, I'd like to see it about 3/4 inches longer with a 1/2 inch inner grip increase. If that was the case, it would be the only knife I ever carried in my life. I would order one immediately. I'm dead serious. Now I'm going to get one anyway. Do not misunderstand. I am not knocking that. I am just saying, for me personally, I would like to see 3/4 inches and then a 1/2 inch on the inner grip, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And there's nobody could argue that in my mind. We did a decent amount of batoning, and remember, guys, it's a hollow ground knife, so we're not going to just slam it into concrete. We're not going to do things. We don't approach knife reviews in that way. We try to approach our knife reviews looking at it as a cutting tool. I can tell you, and I'm doing some press cuts there, I can tell you that any grip that I held this knife in was comfortable. I didn't find any hot spots. That's being honest. The micarta fit very, very well in hand. Right here, we're going to do some quick slicing, kind of emulating some skinning type stuff. I honestly believe, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I honestly believe that you could do skinning, caping, you could take it hunting, camping. I'm telling you, this is a knife that I would EDC 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It just speaks to me on that level. I love a clip point. I love the aggressiveness of the knife. I love everything about this knife. I love the fact that it held an edge all the way through. And if you really pay attention to how many times we cut that reinforced sandblast hose, if I didn't do anything else in this video except that is impressive as shit. Okay? And the knife finished up just as sharp as when it started. That plays to blade geometry, to heat treat. They're doing the little things right. Now what I wanted to do right here is I did like a little 7-notch. I did speed this up. I wanted to do a little bit of fine work, so I tried some of a tri-stick. Knife very comfortable in hand, very easy to maintain, very easy to control, very easy to stay sharp. Just a godsend of a knife, man. I can't say enough good about it. I almost wish I would have done this one last. That's how good it is. It's one that I'll have in my pocket over the next couple days till I got to box it up and send it back. It's that good. I'm just being honest with you. That is my main parameter. Would I carry the knife? I'd carry it 7 days a week, 24/7, son. It's just good. It feels good in hand. I'm not gonna be redundant like I usually am. Pay attention to everything we cut, all the mediums, all the times. It'll blow your mind. Having said that, guys, we came to the important part. Guys, there was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives. Now, that number, the actual number, is anywhere from 15 to 29. All right, that's why here on this channel we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Betts, we love you. Man, you have a place here. Guys, personally, I back the blue. It's misunderstood. I can't shit for it. It's okay. It's all right. My kid's a cop. He wants to do better. He wants to serve the people. I tried to talk him out of it. I can't. So I'm going to support him. But before that, I support it. And before you say back the blue till it happens to you, it's happened to me way more than it'll happen to you. Take a real good hard look at who's talking to you. I'm not an upstanding citizen, or haven't been. I'm trying to be. But the truth is, these are my causes and not yours, and I'm not here to shove them down your throat. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Well, this knife is just a dream. Now, I wanted to talk to you a little bit right here. This water hose. Water hose is an easy medium to cut, right? It is. Now, we've had some that's been a bitch, some that's inundated with mud, dirt. But I wanted to just take this, and if you'll notice, we're doing all kind of different cuts to it. We're just playing, yes, but I'm using a pinch grip. I've used a fencing grip. I've used a lot of different grips for this knife. It works well in just about any situation I found myself using it. It is made very well. We didn't have any chipping. We didn't have any rolling, nothing. Would I carry it? You're damn right. The very good knife company, Mustang. Dude, I'm in love. Listen, I'm going to leave y'all with it. I'm Scab. You're not. I love y'all. I'm gone, son.